it's Thursday. We're a minute late because Heidi was telling us a story about her gallivanting
with other men.
with other men.
We're
Yeah,
kidding.
right. She wishes.
They wish.
They wish. The other men do, right? Okay. All right. Oh yeah. So it's still cold here, but it's getting a little better. I heard next week it might be in the 30s.
It's supposed to be 30 today.
Ooh.
Tomorrow, 35.
That means I can go skiing.
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow.
I'm a fair weather skier. You're
going
going
I'm
tomorrow?
going skiing tomorrow with my
All right.
whole
Wait a
family.
minute.
My whole
Back
family.
to what's going on here.
I'm like, I'm jealous. Wait, I'm going
All
skiing.
right. So yes, it's still cold here in Wisconsin. And speaking of cold and weather, I'm pretty sure it's cold everywhere. And Karen downstairs gave me a little message from USPS that she had just gotten because we had just shipped a whole bunch of boxes. And it says that severe winter weather systems and storm cleanup impacting operations. So this is really official, people.
Ooh.
All right. I'm not just making this up. I said, Karen, print that out for me so I can.
It's even got highlighter on it.
Yeah, she even highlighted it, right? And it just a reminder that your boxes may take a little bit longer to get to you because of the weather around our beautiful country. So no need to call us, just give it a little time. We promise we ship them out. They pick them up, and due to inclement weather and blocked or unsafe transportation routes, we don't want anybody getting hurt. That's why your boxes or your shipments from us could be delayed. Some orders are taking 2 weeks. That's what it says on there. Okay. So
And just a reminder too, we also got a phone call from the post office here in Winchester that don't be calling her as well, because they've been calling her, and she's fielding phone calls left and right at the Winchester post office, wondering where their package is.
She probably feels like she works here.
and even though we live in Larson, or we have a Larson address, we really live in Winchester, and Larson is this great big area that they call Larson, but it's really a whole bunch of little towns and whatever. So, because are you considered Larson? Or what are
Yes.
you? Yeah, and you are what is it? You are town of Winnicott, or what are you?
Town of Wolf River.
Town of Wolf River. See, I'm town of Winnicott.
It's kind of like Nina.
Yeah,
Nina's huge.
it's all over.
and that could just
Yeah.
mean, BFE.
Yeah, so please, no phone calls, okay? I know you want them, and I'm going to show you why you want them, okay? But yeah, so that's just how it's going to be. Hey, Tina, you want to come on live?
Oh, Tina's here. Tina's coming on live today. Yay, Tina. Drag her on.
She's bringing us some wool.
Oh, come
That's
on,
what
she's
she
about
does.
8
She
shades of red
delivers
on
wool on Thursdays, but I haven't seen her for a little bit, so I'm
that.
super excited.
Lisa's mic is cutting in this, is what they're saying.
My
Lisa's
mic is cutting in. That's a bummer.
I got one. Nobody
Want
wants
to trade?
Yeah, nobody wants to hear what I
All
have
right,
to say.
let's trade.
Until I say something, and they're like, we can't hear her.
Okay. It was just a bunch of gibberish anyways, except for the don't be calling the Larson post office and try not to call us about where your package is, because USPS has put out a real alert that because of the weather system, storm cleanup is impacting their operations, okay? So
It's coming.
out of our hands. It's coming. It's on its way. It will get to you. Hopefully it doesn't take 6 trips around the country before it comes.
Your mic is worse.
My mic is worse.
It sounded much better before.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I guess I'll switch it back. Yeah, give her that one. Third time's a charm?
No, just
Did
no.
you, Kaylee said she don't like
I don't like our mic.
Remember you were going to hook up the,
When you had guests.
oh,
Yeah.
new mics. Oh. We're going to get more new mics.
Puppies? If anybody's an influencer out there or has a YouTube channel
Yeah,
and you
tell
use mics, let us know what works, because we are at least on board with the little fuzzy things. Everybody, all the influencers have the little fuzzy mics
Yeah.
these days, So we're getting there. Just know what works best.
Okay, we have so much to talk about today. So get comfortable, get your notepad out, take some notes. On the top of the list, put don't call don't call looking for your packages, because everybody is fielding phone calls when they want to be shipping packages, okay? All right, so the main piece of our program today is going to be about our final gatherings basics. So there's a lot to talk about there, but we have so much other stuff that we want to talk about as well. So I'm going to go quickly through the announcements, And the first announcements is the January. Did I do January birthdays? I did January birthdays. I just didn't do February's and anniversaries. Or did I, Heidi? I'm doing them both just to make sure. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to start off with birthdays. I want to acknowledge our people. No, not this one. This one. Anniversaries here. So we have some service anniversaries here at Primitive Gatherings that I really want everybody to celebrate because these are cool things. And we love our employees to stay with us forever. So we try to make it possible that we have a great place here to work and stuff like that. So Nick Bongean has been here for 20 years or 21 years, 20 years. Yeah, forever. Then we have Judy McDonald. She has an anniversary, but it doesn't say how many years she's been here. And then we have Colleen, Luke, who is here 13 years. And we have Colleen Meyer. She's been here 5. She's quilting for us. And then we have Terry Heenan, who is our graphic designer, but she's kind of going down to part-time and trying to retire. And she's been here 12 years. And then we have Debbie, I can't read that, Placence. How do you say Debbie's last name? Placence, 2 years. And she's right here. Thank you, Debbie, for hanging out with us for 2 years. And then we have Julie Feet, and she has been here way more than 6 years, but working since she's been retired for 6 years. She's kind of been in and out of here for a long time. And then, so those were January. So February's, we have me, which this is funny. But they must have had to put one in for me. So I've been here 21 years. Okay, yeah, right. And then Tina's been here 21 years. Kaylee Vandehei, Kaylee, who's our videographer and photographer, 14 years, Kaylee. That's like half your age. And then Scott, our wood craftsman, he has been here 7 years. Kim Poynton, who is in the store, has been here 1. Thank you very much for your years of service here at Primitive Gatherings. We appreciate every one of you. And then we have some birthdays. Also, Heidi's birthday she's a after party New Year baby, January 2nd baby. Yeah, you didn't get all the fun, did you?
No, I got front page of the paper.
Oh, you were the first one? They didn't have a New Year baby?
Technically, the New Year's baby is the first baby born of the year. Because, actually, this year we saw one in the paper that was born on the 10th or on the western side of the state.
Okay, so congratulations on being a New Year baby. And then we have Patty, who has a January 19th birthday, Kaylee the 22nd, and Kim also the 22nd. And then for February birthdays, we have Colleen. Hers is the 1st of February. Tina, which is the 2nd, and I forgot to wish her a happy birthday. That is a bummer. Mick is the 6th of February. Taylor is the 10th. Mary Gilbert, the 9th. And Debbie, the 11th, and Karen Marks in shipping is the 19th. So there, I caught up. So to Heidi, we're good on those now. Yes, okay. All right. Then we have our clubs. So I'm going to talk about all the following are our clubs here at Primitive Gatherings. So you will come and for the day, and they are from 9 to 4. We feed you lunch, and they are $25. And you can sign up online, or you can give the gathering a call and sign up there as well. So here they go. April 13th, we have Featherweight coming up, along with the Berninas. So we have the old machines and the new machines coming in. The Bernina Social says March 2nd, so I don't know what happened there, but okay. And then we also have a sit and stitch on February 17th. We also have February 8th, Rug Hooking Club, which I think I can go to that. Perfect. And then we have a pop-up sit and stitch, which is February 9th through the 13th. So that is coming up. And you can come here every day for $25. Any one of those days, 2, 3, all of them, whatever you want to do. So that is a long stretch there. It's wintertime here in Wisconsin, and it's hard to travel. So we don't have a lot of full retreats during this time. So that's why we have a lot of club action going on. February 16th, we have Joanne Stitcher's Gatherings Club, which is all handwork. If that interests you, we also have Cross Stitch, which is February 18th as well. Collage Club with Lynn Neuenfeld. Hers is February 20th. Then we also have Wool Club, February 25th. We also have a Works in Progress retreat next week, which we only have 6 or 7 small group people in it. So if you want to come for that, you just work on whatever you want to. No extra projects to complete. And this one is February 8th through the 14th. And that'll be super fun because it's such a small group. We'll get to know each other very well and have a lot of fun. Then we have the Quilted Coat class, which is February 27th and February 28th. It's a 2-day class where they will fit you for your coat, and you can design the coat of your dreams. I love my quilted coat. We have some other ones, but they're up there on the screen. And then we have Cabin Fever Retreat, Winter Retreat. It's during the winter, but we are going to make some spring things that look brighter and fun, and get ready for the snow to leave us, and we will be very springy after this retreat. So that is the 15th through the 21st, and all the details are there as well. You're going to come on, Luke, and talk? Yeah, I'm going to do an announcements right now. So yeah, come on. And then we have a punch needle class on April 6th. I am teaching this from 9 to noon, and that is with the wool punch. So I punch wool. And speaking of wool, let's just kind of have a little show and tell here. So this is what I want to teach you. And you don't have to do something this big, obviously, to learn and to start. But here you go. Can you flash that off for and see? You're switching me again now?
No, I'm giving these for Luke. And
Oh, okay. All right. So look, I finished, except I want to do a little bit of a maybe 2, 3 rows of a border on it. But look at it, isn't it fabulous? So you cannot tell that this is not punched or hooked or whatever, and it's going to be so great in my house. And yes, it needs a little trim yet, but other than that, it's awesome, and I can't wait to finish it. I know, I really made a point. And it's been so cold that I really haven't left the house since I got back from Florida. I finished hand quilting Betsy, which I'm going to show you that as well. I finished that all the blocks last night. To learn how to do that, and yes, I'll do a video on it as well at some point. We'll see how we're going to work that in, but that is on Monday, April 6th. We will have a bunch of patterns here for you to choose from. You can pick out your own wools. You can color it however you want. There will be lots of options for you to choose from, and you'll be hearing more about that in the next couple, as we get to the punch needle class with the thread. So it's a different tool, it's smaller, and this is why it confused me, is because we got the rug hooking tool there and we got the rug hooking tool there. So we got to switch tools on these, Heidi. So this here is a rug, and then this is a rug. So
the current flyers are accurate.
okay, all right, we got it. All right, so if you want to come in the afternoon from 1 to 4 or stay for both classes, we're gonna punch with thread in the afternoon. So it's basically the same, but maybe some of the little tips are a little bit different because we're working with floss instead of wool, and vice versa. So even though it's the same motion, it's a little bit different tips on some of the things on how to work with the thread versus the wool. And then we have a big retreat, a week-long retreat in July. We have 2 of them, July 12th through the 18th, July 19th through the 25th, called Naughty or Nice Retreat. So there are 2 different options there for you if you want to come to Wisconsin in July, where it's going to be the most beautiful weather you ever could dream of. So that is fun. We work on Christmas projects, and we pretend it's Christmas. So Santa comes, and it's super fun. You never know what you're going to get. Okay. And then All Things Fall Retreat is the September 21st through the 27th. So this is a bunch of projects that we're kind of making, and we're doing 1 day classes of them as well. But if you want to do the whole retreat and come and enjoy fall here in September, it's absolutely gorgeous as well. And all the details are there for that. And then we also have Winter Wonderland coming in November and December. The dates are the 30th through the 6th or the 6th through the 12th. And these are all week-long retreats where we feed you your belly and your creativeness as well. And then if you're still on the fence, maybe you want to come to France with me. We're getting down there. We're going to cut it off pretty soon. We did have one cancellation, so I know I have one girl looking for a roommate on there. And then next week, I think we're going to talk about that we have a excursion adventure going to Greece in September. So we'll be laying out the details for that as well. All right. And then, yeah, we don't need to do that. Okay. So we have a little special guest here with us today. We're going to have Luke come on and talk, and he has a guest, Lisa, with him, and they're training right now. And her husband, is it Jeff? Correct. Ah, I remembered. Perfect. And they're going to come on and visit with you guys for a little bit. So come on, guys. Where's Luke?
He ran off.
He ran off. There he is. Okay, he's here. All right. Do you want me just to kind of like step out and you can be in with them too?
No.
Oh, you want me in? All right. Well, there's 4 of us, you know. 4.
Just 3.
Just 3. Jeff's too chicken.
Yeah, Jeff's
Come
scared.
on, Jeff.
He's scared of the spotlight.
Yeah. He's not coming.
Come on, come on.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. You guys have a bunch of people watching today?
Oh my.
Sure.
Awesome. Awesome. We're excited to be here.
Good. I'm glad.
So we've been doing a little bit of long arm training. So this is Lisa B, one of our most favorite customers.
She is.
Yeah.
And Jeff too.
Yeah. Lisa's here training with her husband. They just bought a Q24 with robotics.
Yes.
How you feeling?
Scared. Scared to death. Panicking.
Scared to death.
You know.
No. You're doing good. You're doing good. So this is what is this, the 3rd day? 2nd day.
Second day. Yeah.
Second day of training. So we're going over edge to edge stuff.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
how are you actually feeling now?
Just trying to get the brain activated and remembering from the first time. Better now than I was this morning when I got here.
She's being too modest.
Yeah, but
She's being-
usually a person comes just one time, right?
Yeah. So she's doing really good.
Mhm.
And she's going to be just fine. But there is that point on day 2 where it's like you're reaching a little bit of saturation, right? Where there's
Yes.
so much you're
Yeah.
trying to remember at once, but you're going to be just fine.
Okay. Exact
Well,
no
you always-
FaceTime.
You always have that. So, yeah, you're going to be just fine. But when we do our training, we actually quilt real quilts, which
Yes.
is something that I think is very important. You know, when you go to a quilt show at a convention center and you make the decision to buy one of these things, you know, for thousands and thousands of dollars, most of the time you're writing your name on plain demo fabric, right? You're not really using it as it's going to be intended. And then there's not a lot of training that goes with it. But with us, we load real quilts. And we do.
And we have 3 machines, so you get to load. You get
Yep.
to do that.
So,
We're loading our second one shortly.
Yeah.
Yep. So Lisa actually brought a quilt. So we're doing,
Oh,
we're doing one of
nice.
hers. So,
Oh,
and
perfect.
it's,
Yeah.
how's it turning out?
How smart are you?
I was kind of hoping, but I left it in the car until I came in.
Oh.
It's looking really nice.
It is.
It is. It's
is.
modern meander.
It is.
There's a lot of color in it, and I really, really
Do you
am
love
loving
picking
it.
your own designs and all that kind of stuff?
This is the first design I picked, so yeah.
Oh,
No, and this one was you have to come down and see it.
all right.
It's kind of a cross between a Winding Ways and there's another quilt that's out there that I can't really, but we colored it through EQ8 and it's looking pretty slick.
Sweet.
Yeah. So what we had just did before we came up here is what we call realigning the safe area.
Yes.
And this is what I mean by saying that Lisa's being modest, because it's the most difficult thing we have to do. And what that is when you're doing edge to edge, you can only quilt so much of the quilt at a time. And when you advance it, you have to basically sync your quilt back up with the robotics. So when you're looking at the quilt, you don't see clearly where
you advanced it.
Yes,
Like
yes,
a gap.
Yep.
And you just did that almost 100% by yourself. Did you not?
Yes.
It's day 2. So
But but the thing is that's from day 1, that's all I remember because you
was
get
hard.
something
Yeah.
stuck and it was
Yeah.
very hard. You got to remember it.
Well,
That's what it is.
there's a reason to that too, because and we spoke a little bit about this when you first came in. When you first come in, people, they want to spend time on like threading the machine or oiling the machine. I say no, we're gonna worry about the hard things first, because honestly, all that stuff you can look at the manual
And follow the
I
thread
could
path.
sit you down and have you thread and rethread the machine for a half hour and you would get that stuff right. But what I really want to do, especially when somebody's fresh, is if we can learn the hard things first. So we jump right in, and then things like cleaning and oiling the machine and that stuff is not, it just takes a little bit of time to do. But if you have a person with a limited, not saying that you're limited with your brain.
Oh yeah,
capacity,
okay, whatever.
but everybody only has so much
We
they
got
can
menopause
retain.
brain, don't we?
We're old.
Everybody only has so much they can retain.
Mhm.
And I don't want, if you're paying, for this machine and you're coming and you're staying here, I don't want 10% of that brain power being worried about threading the machine.
Exactly. Makes
You know,
perfect sense.
We want to do the hard stuff first. So, well, I brought something here too. I wanted
Okay.
to show off. So, what was that event that you just did? Is it Cabin Fever? What was the one
Yeah.
you just did?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we have one of
This is
those
perfect
ladies. Yes, it's a
because I can talk
beautiful-
about it's all on the website now for you to order.
So let's hold this up.
Hey, this
Here.
works perfect.
So you hold this. Or actually,
You got to hold it by you.
let's see here. So it's Tara, right? Tara.
Tara.
Which one is this one?
She's from Maine.
Yeah. So what is this design though? This is your thing.
It's called, what is it
backwards?
called, Jess?
What?
This quilt.
Snowflake Wonder? Yes.
Snowflake,
Snowflake
Wonder.
Wonder.
Yeah, look at
And
that.
we did something cool. Tyler quilted this one yesterday,
It's really pretty.
and it's
Yeah.
amazing. If we can get a little bit of the
Quilting in there.
zoom in a little bit, I know it's hard sometimes.
There
But yeah,
you
there we
go.
go. Perfect. So this is called cobblestones. And this is one of those sort of unlikely ones that if you look at it by itself and it's just a repeat, of 2 of these little cobblestones or whatever, I don't know that anyone would ever pick it, right?
No,
when
but
you-
it looks really good on the
but
quilt.
then when you increase the density and you do it in the invisible thread, it just looks amazing. It's
Mhm.
really great actually. And it's different, which is also important these days.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
we get tired of putting the same design on the same quilts
Yeah.
because we really love them.
So
yeah.
I think she's really gonna like this. She dropped 3 off from the event, and again, this is a Aurifil invisible thread, and you can see even though the invisible thread is sometimes shiny,
It's not at all.
it's not. So it's not. Especially
Well,
once
the
you
light
wash
just
it.
you'll get a little bit of a glare at a certain angle, but for the most part, it's not shiny.
Well, I think you think it's shiny because when you see it, a lot of times it's right under the machine.
Right.
And it is like if you look at it under a fluorescent light, like it is when it's being quilted, it does look shiny. But then you actually hold the thing up and you're like, you know what?
No. And then I
Can't see
know
it.
when you wash the flannel quilts, then even that goes away.
Yeah.
The little bit of shimmer goes away.
And the reason we love the invisible so much, you can see it right now. Kaylee's doing a good job of getting it in the picture for you guys. But when you have high contrast colors like a white and a blue or a white and a red, it's really hard to pick a
Thread color.
thread color if you have to pick like a cotton, for example. So you'd have to go with either a navy or you'd have to go with like a cream, and that'd be a
gray.
tough choice really here.
Or a gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this makes it really easy.
And it really allows the star of the show, which is obviously the giant snowflake,
Yeah.
block, right? It allows that to really, be the star, which it's meant to be in this, literally
Perfect.
star. So,
Great job.
What'd you put on the back?
Yeah.
oh, so let's flip her over. Just a
Ooh,
little
another
bit
one of
here.
the flannels on the back. Yeah.
So you can see here. Oh, you can really see the quilting now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a navy, a darker blue, Aurifil 50 weight cotton
On the back.
on the back.
It's-
And tension is beautiful. And even though that invisible, which is a nylon thread, is on the top, when you feel this, you still get the feel of like a cotton thread. It doesn't feel like it's using some sort of,
No. I don't notice that at all.
it's very nice.
Yeah.
So if you were going to use this,
Because
as-
we've been running the invisible thread for how many years now?
I don't know, a long time. What
Yeah.
is it, like
5.
2026.
Were you running that when you were in the California store or no?
No, we figured it out in your studio.
Okay.
So
When
that
you
was
were back here.
2020,
Okay.
2021.
All right. So about 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
What is it? 26. Yeah. 5 years.
It's real quick.
Awesome.
Like this. Here, just give it to me, and I'll fold it right later. So here, just set her down over there.
There's Tara's paperwork.
So, do we have any questions or comments from anybody?
They just love it. It's just very nice. They're very complimentary. I didn't see any questions. You guys see any questions? Or are you answering them?
What size needle did you use for the invisible thread?
Ooh,
So we've used a couple different ones. Sort of my most versatile is a universal Pro 100, and the pros are made by Bernina. And what I believe it is in the shank of the needle, there's a groove in the pros, and what that's supposed to do is allow the thread to tuck into the needle. Here, I'll hold this into the shank of the needle so it penetrates through the layers better.
Okay.
That's how it was described to
Is
me.
that only a Bernina thing then? Or can that needle be run on any machine?
Yeah, it's a universal needle, so
Okay.
anybody could buy that, and I'm sure there's probably other companies that make something similar. I would imagine. I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, we buy the Berninas because that's where we order the
Yep.
stuff from.
Mhm.
The other one that I really like is the Jeans
Needle.
Pro needle. Yeah, and if we ever have a
And that, to me, that doesn't seem right that you'd run a really fine thread, nylon thread through a jean needle. Because what isn't a jean needle huge?
So what we use the jeans needle, if we
Or
usually
wool?
always start with a universal, and then they make that jeans needle. And if I'm ever doing one of those wool applique projects where I'm having some of those skip stitches,
Right, that's where the jean comes in.
Yeah.
Okay,
and honestly,
gotcha.
we have a good variety of needles. We have gone to a lower size needle and a larger needle. Sometimes if we have, and we actually just had solved this. What was the quilt we just actually had some issues where we were
Oh,
getting.
I remember it.
Do
Yeah,
you know
it
what
was
I'm
on
talking
the
about?
machine for
You
a
know what
while.
it was?
Yeah.
We went to a 120.
Okay.
We went to a big needle, and
That
we
solved it.
retimed the machine. We didn't know if there was something wrong with the machine. We do all this stuff, and
And
it turns
there
out
was a lot of seams not pressed open. They were all like they were all coming together. Yeah.
which honestly it was a confusing one because the machine will go through layers of wool applique just fine, and then it's hard to believe that a seam was bothering it. But we were just having results that I didn't really like, and it turned out that it was just the needle size really solved it. And that's kind of the case when we went to school, Bernina College. I think the guy's retired, but Hans, the head technician there, had this whole little thing where he came and talked to us, and he talked about TNT, which is thread needle tension. And what he said is 90% of the time, if you're having any issues with any one of your machines, whether it's your Juki, whether it's a quilting machine, whether it's anything, a lot of times the first thing you want to do is go through your TNT. So you want to make sure that
Thread,
your
and
needle isn't, anything from your needle not being put in right or being dull.
I
or
used to be a
whatever.
lot better at changing my needle in my sewing machine. I don't
Every time.
I
Every
got to
new
get
quote.
back to.
You rethread it, you
Mhm.
oil it,
Mhm.
all that stuff. And that usually will clear everything up.
Cool.
So
Awesome.
look, see, they missed the Stitch Brothers.
Yeah.
We're making a comeback.
Yeah, he's been like, I want my own show back.
Yeah,
Can
what
you
happened?
Just tell them what invisible thread brand you use.
Oh, yeah. So the invisible thread we use is called Aurifil Clear. It's obviously by Aurifil, and it's just called Clear. So it's available.
Do we have it on our website?
I don't know if we don't. We should.
Somebody write a note. Put the Aurifil smoke and clear
I
on our
saw that
website.
on the
It's on.
floor.
Is it?
Yeah, I
It's
thought I
on
saw
there?
it on the floor.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
There's another comment. The dryer. How it
Oh.
rolls up in the dryer.
Does it melt in the dryer?
Yeah, we did. We actually had. I don't know if you remember. We did that.
Yes, I
Experiment.
remember Jake.
Yeah.
Well, Jake has this quilt that he has in his van, and he washes it pretty much once a week for whatever. And I mean, he tried to wreck it. He tried to do everything he could, and that's what sold me on putting it on my quilts. Is that he's like, Mom, they put the iron on it. They try to melt it. They try to put it on high heat in the dryer. Nothing. It's very pliable. It's not like brittle. It doesn't get brittle like you think, like fishing line. It's not fishing line. It's very, I don't know the right
I
word.
wash all mine too.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and I mean, also we've been doing it now for a long time, and if things were falling apart, we would hear about it. Orafil's the company that makes it. That also gives me a, that
Yeah.
also gave us some confidence. It's a great company. But yeah, we've not had any issues with that at all.
Perfect. All right.
Is
Anything
that it?
else?
Is the Pro Needle a new item?
No, it's been around for a while. Like I said, I believe all that's different is this groove. That's all I use on my machines. We should probably make sure those are on the website too. Maybe we can do that. Those are some of those items that I would just always order for myself, but maybe it's time to put those on.
Yeah,
the
let
website.
everybody else in on the secret.
Yeah, I might need some.
Yeah.
All
right.
Or you could be selling them to your customers when,
Well, I do
when they
do-
train.
Well, I do that.
Okay.
The question is if it's on the website.
All right. Okay.
Can you use invisible thread on your domestic machine?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You just have to experiment with it. And that's what I did. It actually took me several days to kind of get it figured out. And, but once you get it figured out, it's really worth it. And now, honestly, we do it was one of those things that everybody was kind of wary of a little bit because of the
And
reputation.
now they
of it.
ask for it.
Now it's all we do.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's almost all we do. Very rarely do we do anything else on the top.
Would you use
Perfect.
it for binding?
That's a you question.
No, I have binding thread right here. I'm going to show you what I'm binding right now. So this is your binding thread, something a little bit heavier weight, not your 50 weight. I like 30 or 40 weight thread. I really like quilting thread, to know the absolute truth. And this new organic company made in the United States, I believe. Yeah, no, made in the Netherlands. It's called Scanfill, and this is what we found at one of the markets. And we have I know we had a couple colors, but now we have the whole lot on order because I finally got a chance to use it and I like it. So we'll talk about binding thread later.
All right. Do you have anything else? All right.
All
We got to
right.
get back to work.
Yes,
Cool,
get
thank
training.
you.
Yes.
Thanks very much.
Thank you guys for coming on.
We'll be back. Don't worry.
Either that or with his own show if he can talk Kaylee into getting his scheduled time. All right. So let's get a couple other announcements out of the way. So one of the things that I want to talk about is the Red, White, and Blue Quilt Show that's coming up during our Primitive Christmas event. We have everything ready for you. It is on our website. It is, we are only taking, what did we say? We're going to put it at
125.
125 registrations because sometimes we don't get them all. So I figured if we put it at 125, we're going to cap it off there, that we'll still get 100, give or take. If I get 105, that's okay. But Red, White, and Blue Quilt Show, this document is all up on our website. It has all the rules and information. It has a checklist for you to fill out. It has the registration form. It has an insurance waiver. It has a label for you to ship your quilt to and from for us. So we're all set. That is already on the website, and one entry per customer. And then I also want to let you know that we are going to have another category, but we are going to introduce that when this one is full or in the next
In either next week or the following
next week or the week after. We're going to have an other category. I don't know if we came up with a name for it, like projects. So cross stitch, rug hooking, wool applique. So we're going to take, I believe, 75 of those registrations as well. And we give awesome prizes if you win. So that is going to come up too, because we don't want to leave out a whole set of customers, because maybe you don't quilt, maybe you're into cross stitch, maybe you're into that other stuff. So let's just talk quickly about what red, white, and blue means. So in a quilt, like behind me, not this one, here I can show you two things at the same time. So here is a red, white, and blue quilt, right? So it has, and I'll explain more about this too. So it has reds, blues, creams, right? Whites, creams, has a little bit of cream. This is still red, white, and blue, right? Definitely patriotic. That's how I want all the quilts to be, red, white, and blue. And shades of red, shades of blue, shades of white, which goes into cream. tan, okay, depending on if it's like a primitive, patriotic, yes, no problem. We'll do that too. And then just a quick little thing about the other projects. I don't remember what we're going to call that. We'll come up with some clever name. That one, we might have a little bit more leeway on what is considered red, white, and blue, because I just want it to be patriotic. So this is a prime example. So if I got this as an entry, this is acceptable. It's on a black background, right? But it's still patriotic. So when it comes to the project, if you're going to enter one of your projects, whether it is rug hooking, whether it's wool applique like this one is, or cross stitch, I don't care if it's on a different background, as long as it's patriotic. Is that clear? Or how do you feel about that? All right. So if you have a question, you can always ask us, but patriotic or red, white, and blue. That's what I want it pretty much to be. Okay. All right. So then I want to talk about Jess's Mother's Day boxes that she has up on the site, and they are shipping in mid-April. Is that what that means? Shipping in mid-April? And they are $55. Okay, and she's got two versions here, and she said they're not coming in this big ugly box. They're going to come in a more appropriate box, but this is all what she had right now. So this one, I believe, is a wool version.
Yep.
So it's going to come with this pretty hand-painted mug with the wools in it. I'm going to set them down, Kaylee. All right, and then it comes with a sticker about mother. You might have to order this for yourself. And it's okay to order Mother's Day gifts for yourself. You deserve it. And it comes with a ball of thread that probably matches. And then it comes with a magnet that says best mom ever. Some needles to go with the rest of the wool thing here going on. And then a bunch of caramels. So that is the wool box. Remember, it is $55. You can just send the link to your child and say, here you go. Here's what I want. Nothing wrong with hints. And then we have a cotton version. Looks like the same stuff. I think the only thing that has changed is its fabric. And then you get a binding needle. The same two little extras in here, the magnet and the sticker, and then the caramels. So snag one of them up. I think we have limited quantities of each one of those. We stole all of the mugs that the company had. There are no more of those, and we have a limited number, which I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Once you can't order, that means that they're gone.
It's
All
50
right.
and 50.
What's that?
It's 50 and 50.
Yeah, so it's only
there's not
50.
much.
50 of each one. So we only got 100 mugs from the company. That's all they had in stock. Okay, and then we also, this is your last call and a reminder for Indigo Revival. That was the jean quilt that was in the wool box. For 2025, we are doing the finishing kits. We're getting ready for those. We're going to cut off the ordering on the 8th, which is Sunday of February, this Sunday. So get your order in. It's your last chance to get all the pennies that are pre-cut for you, and then the wool, and that's it. I don't know what else is in there.
Can
Wools.
you tell, do you know like the approximate size? I couldn't find anything. I don't think we ever measured it before you shipped it off for
Oh, how big it is?
yeah.
I
want to say it's like,
think it's 6 by 8. So what's 4.5 times? This is how I work. 4.5 times 6. So it's probably about 27 by and 8 times 4.5. So 27 by 36-ish. It's not big.
that's with the borders though?
No. Then you add 5-inch border. So it becomes 10 inches bigger than that.
So about 37 by.
Yeah. Yeah. 37 by 40 something. Yeah. It's very small. It's a nice wall quilt. It is a piece of art. You're not going to put that, on some place where people are going to use it. It is an art quilt with that. All right. Mary's working on Indigo right now. Awesome. All right. So those are the announcements. I think that, in here, we saw the quilt. Luke showed you the quilt. These are all on our website now for order as well. This is an option. So here, this is the pillow winter kisses, I think it was called?
Wishes and kisses.
Wishes and Kisses. So we have put together a kit for this option. In the kit, this is what you can do. You can make both of these pillows right here out of the kit, and you would put a background on of your own on there, because we put a yard of fabric in it. Or you can make this one front and back, I believe. Maybe not. I don't know. Or this one, I think you have to put a back on as well. Or you can make the front of all three. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, and then you'd have to put the backings on. It can be the same color, or you can just put whatever you have in your collection. That's what I did. I just went in there and picked something out that looked good. And so that is on our website, as well as the quilt, which was called what?
Winter Wonderland.
Snowflake Wonder.
Snowflake Wonder.
Snowflake Wonder. All right. So those are all on our website and all new for this week for you. I like to tell you what's new on the website, and that's what we have gotten up there. All right. So then all I have to really talk about, I'm going to talk about, before I get into the flannel gatherings, this, I just pulled it off the frame. I've hand quilted it. I'm sewing the binding on, like I just told you right here. Look at, there's my needle. So I got to make sure I don't pull myself. So I am hand stitching the binding on. So in the next couple weeks, we'll be starting those quilt alongs. Betsy. So here's what you got going on, and we got to make a list of this. So we got the ongoing quilt box has a patriotic quilt in it that's amazing. You're going to want to do that. So if you're not signed up for the quilt box, this is, as soon as I show you some of the stuff that's in the quilt box, you're gonna be like, oh, why did I quit? Or you're gonna want to be. And hey, give me that one right there, Heidi or Kaylee. This is in the quilt box. This is the first big project in the quilt box. Look at this. I'll give you a peek.
You can show them the whole thing. I showed them the whole thing last time.
Oh, you showed them?
I did.
Oh, look
But
at
not when it was quilted.
now that it's quilted. Look at how beautiful this is. What is this called? Sparklers or something? Tiny Twinkles. So that is made with Elizabeth Hartman's Moda solids that she designed. And that is the first big project in the quilt box. I can't show you the ongoing, but maybe next month. All right, let's get the boxes out and get going on that. And then I'll show you the ongoing. We'll give you a little peek at that. All right. And then, like I said, then we have Betsy, which is the hand applique, where you're going to hand applique all the orange peels. And then we have Echoes, which is all the stars, right? And then we have Liberty Gatherings. Jess, you want to talk about Liberty Gatherings?
I believe it's back up. Let me just double check. We did a little poll yesterday about if you guys wanted to do Liberty Gatherings. We were able to do some more. So we have the Liberty Gatherings block of the month back up on our website underneath subscriptions and blocks of the month. That's going to be up for a week, because in a week's time we start shipping this and we want you to be in that first wave. So you have a week to sign up and then it's gone. So make sure
so
you
you got
do that.
one chance to do that. And we have a little something that we're going to show you a little bit later down the road with Liberty Gatherings as well. All right, so you're going to have lots of patriotic stuff going on this year. We are going to celebrate 250 like 1999, right? We are going to. You all were kids when I was a kid, right? Back in 76 when we had the bicentennial or whatever it was. It was so much fun. Do you remember? Remember the parades?
No, I was like thinking about being born.
Okay, I remember the parade for the centennial, and I remember my dad was in a snowmobile club, and they had all, it's July, and they pulled the snowmobiles out of storage, and they had them all decorated red, white, and blue with their big little shoot snowshoes club patch on it.
Sounds like something that should happen.
I know, right?
It could.
I know.
Maybe it's
Hey. Somebody needs to get on this. We need to have a entry, a float in the Winneconne parade this year for 4th of July. And the Fremont. Okay, so make sure we do that.
Absolutely.
We'll dress up like little old ladies
Do it.
and
Why don't we dress up?
push a bed on roller skates with the babies in the bed and all dressed in quilts, right? So if you got any ideas for our float, let us know. But that's all I got right now. Oh, and we were going to ask him for ideas for something. Do you remember what it was?
No.
I said, let's ask on live if they got any ideas. We can't remember anything around here. All right, so let's get into flannel gathering. So this is a fabric line that salesmen are selling to shops right now. And pretty soon we're going to have to place our order. I don't remember when the deadline is, but it is spectacular. And I kind of gave you a little bit of a proof before, but I want to show you all the fabrics. The quilt behind me is made out of this line as well, but we'll get to that in a minute. I just want to show you all the prints in the line. So we have some creams here, a plaid, a solid, and then a houndstooth. So these are called Flannel Gatherings Basics. So if you're a shop owner, I want you to order these, and I want you to keep ordering these, and I want you to keep selling these so we can have them as basics. If we as shops support this line, then they'll keep it in stock. And then we have this beautiful taupe, a solid, a plaid, a herringbone, and then another darker solid. So then what's going to be really fun is when I design another flannel line, we can add these in with it. So we can have more fabrics, because it's all about the more fabrics, the better in my world. And then we have the grays and blacks, another houndstooth, a beautiful mottled gray, light gray. We have the gray herringbone, the dark medium to dark model. Then we have the herringbone, the plaid, and the herringbone again, a really dark one, black and dark gray. And then we have the black. And the black doesn't have mottled in it. I just did a flat black on that one. And then those are the basic color, like the neutrals. And then we have some colors. So here we go with a plaid with orange and then a solid. So on the colors, we just have like 2 prints. Then we have the solid and a herringbone of gold. And then we have 3 greens. So we have the light green, the dark green, and then the plaid with both greens. And then, of course, we have lots of red. We have 4 different reds. Houndstooth, solid, plaid with both colors in, and then we're going more a burgundy here on the herringbone, and then burgundy solid. And these are all up right now for pre-order. And I believe we do discount until we order, and then we take everything off. So here is plaid in the blues, solid, houndstooth, herringbone, and a darker one. All right, so that is the whole line, but then we have some 108 wides. So these are going to be wide backing. So we have all the plaids. So there's 5 of them, the cream, the green, the red, the blue, and the charcoal and black. I'm going to want a bolt of every one of those, and 2 of the cream and 2 of the dark gray. Those are what I used. And then they did solids for us as well. So a little bit darker blue on this one, but beautiful colors there for quilt backings. 108 whites. Order them now so we can get those ready to go. And then, of course, we have pre-cuts. So this is the fat quarter tower. I believe there's only fat quarters, fat eighths, and then there is 10-inch charms and 5-inch charms, 10-inch layer cakes and 5-inch charms. And then Primitive Gatherings is going to do a half-yard bundle and a 1-yard bundle. So you'll have several options there for your pre-cuts of these. And there you can kind of see how that line runs from the neutrals on the ends and then the colors in the middle. So excited. All right, so now back up. And I probably should have had the printouts for these quilts, but I don't. Behind me is Diamond Dash. I believe it's 84 by 84. Jess, are you looking? Do you have it?
Yeah, I don't think I do though.
You don't? All right. So I want to show you why I wanted to do this line as well, because antique quilts, and I wanted to recreate them, right? And what I mean by recreate, sometimes I create it as perfect as I can to the original, or sometimes I don't have all the colors in the quilt, so I just kind of wing it, and which is the case of Diamond Dash here. So I believe Diamond Dash, the kits are on discount, right? If they order those ahead?
Yes, they are. The pre-cuts and the kits are on a discount.
Okay. All right. So here we go. I want to just kind of show you. This is like a quarter of it. Heidi, you want to help? You got a minute? Can you go over my pile here? Just swoosh it out of the way. All right. There you go. So this is an antique quilt. This is an old quilt. And you can kind of see where I was planning on what colors I was using. It was kind of tricky to figure out. So there's my painter's tape on there, figuring out how I was going to label when I wrote the pattern for it. So how fun is that? This is the original. And then there is our recreation. And we used all the blacks and the blue and the grays in the recreation. Especially men, is going to love this quilt. It definitely speaks man quilt there. Unless blue is your favorite color too. It'll speak to the women.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I know. You know, Heidi, we always look for quilts that are manly, because a lot of things have flowers and stuff like that.
All inclusive here at PG.
Oh, for sure. All right. So Diamond Dash, that's one of them behind me. And then I want to show you, don't go too far, Heidi. Come on back.
Vanna.
Like, look at the back of this quilt. Look at this.
Oh, now that's good.
Okay. So let's go.
That actually surprises me about the back of this quilt.
Yeah, right? So look at this beauty. I think I called this Full Circle. Jess can check on that on the website to make sure I got the name right. And if you can give me a size when you know it. But these are all probably scraps that we're going to do a tutorial on how we did this. But you can kind of see they got these quarter circles. That's the block right there. This is not the block. So, and then they did this fancy stitching. We all love that, right?
So this is 67.5 by 81, and it comes in a dark and a light background.
Yeah, so if you
version.
don't care for the dark, you can also do a light version of this one, okay? We just used one background, and I'll kind of show you. Madeline right now is at home putting this whole quilt together, so I stole the first 3 rows or first 2 rows of it, so you can kind of see how it really resembles the original pretty close, and all we got to do is put the stitching on. That's it. We just have to stitch around every one of those. And
it's beautiful without the stitching. So
it
if
is.
the stitching is
You don't
too
have to
much, you
stitch
don't
it.
have to.
No, you wouldn't have to. It would be beautiful. The quilting would probably be a little bit more prominent without the stitching, but that stitching really grabs your attention. So if you're not a stitcher, like Jess said, it doesn't mean you still can't make the quilt. So I like to show the back so you see how we press flannel open. This is hand appliqued. Okay. So if you love, I know I have customers that love hand applique, and every once in a while we try to do a hand applique quilt.
And these are all just patterns. They're not in a book or anything. They
These
are
are
just
single
separate patterns.
Yep, single patterns. Because I want to be able to keep putting more patterns out for this line, because we want it to be a basic. So everything I'm going to do with this line is going to be a single pattern. Okay. So then let's show the antique of the next one. And this one is called 4 carat diamond. And this one is tied. It's not quilted. You see the little ties, but it has a feather stitch around all of the triangle diamonds there. And this is a remake. I already remade this quilt once, and it was done in Christmas colors with a white background. I think it was called Christmas Crossing, and it was much smaller. But now this was the inspiration for that, and now I wanted to recreate it with the dark flannels as well. And just remember, these were all wools. And now we're converting those wools to flannels because we all know how beautiful Moda's flannels are. So we put this quilt together in 5 sections. So this is 2 sections put together. And then we just sew this last seam here. So this one has stitching on it already. We don't want to put the whole quilt together and then do the stitching. So we're doing it in 5 sections. But isn't it gorgeous? So this is kind of more of a lap quilt. The circle one is more of a bed quilt, and Diamond Dash did you look at Diamond Dash? Was it 84?
I didn't look at that.
Yeah, look at that one. It's either 84 or something like that.
84 by 84.
Yeah, I was right. I can remember some things. All right, one more quilt hide. And this one I had to do something patriotic. So we did Fireside Star in patriotic colors. So this is a nice navy. On my monitor here, it looks pretty black, but it is a nice navy and easy quilt, easy to give away for Quilts of Valor or the missions or whatever we're going to do. We're going to do some fun stuff this year yet. Lots of time. So don't worry about us. We're going to be putting forth all of our events and happenings that we're going to have for missions of honor and to raise our money for our much deserved veterans out there.
And I don't know, did you say, and I may have missed it, was there wide backs with this grouping of fabrics? Okay.
Yep, the last 4 I showed, they came in solids, and then they came in solids, and then the plaid. So these last 2 were,
Look at it.
these last 2 were the wide backs. It's always backwards here. All right. Those are the wide backs. All right. So just wanting to let you know that those are all on our website, ready for you to do your pre-order thing, get a little discount for ordering early, help us know which ones and how many kits we should make by which ones you like the best. And we can tell that by your orders. All right, did I forget anything, Jess? Check my notes. Usually I forget something. Oh, yes. So I just want to do a little shout out to a new or a existing customer of ours that is our wholesale customer. So this is a shop in Noblesville, Indiana, and she is called Always in Stitches. Her name of the shop owner is Lenine Burrow, and her website is www.alwaysinstitches1.com, 30 minutes north of Indianapolis. So thank you, Lenine, for being a wholesale customer of Primitive Gatherings. We like to inform our audience that if they are in or close to Indianapolis, that they can come and visit your shop. Or if they're traveling through, that there is a shop there in Indianapolis. All right, so that's all I have. And we're going to pick some winners that Heidi just gave to me. Let's go here. So
Before you do winners,
Yeah.
a couple of people saying, hey, where do I find Echoes in the Past? Where do I find where do I find these things?
So we'll be showing them soon. We're in the middle. We're in the process, like building all the icons for the website, getting all the information ready for you to go. So they are going to happen. We just didn't release it yet, but I want to give you a little preview of what's coming, so you know what we got coming up in the next month or 2.
And as soon as they're available, they'll be on Lisa Bongean.
Yes, we'll show you everything here. Just keep watching, and if you can't watch live, you always can watch on YouTube, right? And watch them again, and maybe you missed some things, but we really love it when you follow us and talk to us about your friend. Tell us. Yeah. All right. Tell your friends about us. There, I got it right, finally, right? And make sure you like this video for us and you subscribe and all the things, and it'll let you know when we're coming on live. And just to give you a heads up, I know at the end of the month, we're going to do another early live, like maybe 10:30 again on Thursday, because I'm going to go on a cruise at the end of the month and teach teach on a cruise ship. So that's coming up. So I just want to give you a little heads up that we're going to have to move our live time, but we're usually at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time here for live on YouTube. All right. So if anybody doesn't have anything else, I'm going to pick our winners here. And they are Kathy Blomfield, Angie Harland, and Sandra Murray Designs. You are our winners. Please email your physical address to Heidi. Her email is scrolling across the screen there as we speak. So thank you for joining us here today at Primitive Gatherings, where every stitch tells a story.